The world's most dangerous bridges. Monkey bridges, Vietnam. This is definitely not your modern-day bridge. This bridge crosses over the Mekong Delta. Like other monkey bridges scattered throughout Vietnam, it was handmade from a single piece of bamboo log. While it looks like something only an animal would walk across, locals actually use them all the time. It is a unique Vietnamese traditional symbol which gets its name because of the silly way in which people move their bodies while crossing. These bridges can be difficult and dangerous for people who are not accustomed to them. However, for locals who use the bridges all the time, they have been known to carry on 20 to 50 kilograms while crossing the bridge. Must we say, do not try this at home. Hussaini Hanging Bridge, Pakistan. Claimed to be the most dangerous bridge in the world, this bridge is one of the many hazardous rope bridges in northern Pakistan. The bridge crosses over the Borat Lake in the Upper Hunza. It is terrifying for a number of reasons. First of all, a fall through this rickety gap-filled swinging bridge would have you flying into the Hunza River down below. Secondly, the bridge is poorly maintained and strong winds vigorously shake it as you walk across. Finally, when you are crossing the bridge, you see the ragged remains of the previous bridge still hanging in tatters next to the newer bridge. The bridge has become somewhat of a tourist attraction, with hikers testing their courage as they carefully shuffle their way across. 7 Mile Bridge, Florida. This is the second 7-mile bridge. The first one was taken down because it prevented boats from passing through due to its direct position in the water. It is located in the Florida Keys and connects Knights Key in the Middle Keys to Little Duck Key in the Lower Keys. At the time of its construction, it was one of the longest bridges in the world. The bridge has won 8 awards, amongst those, the Exceptional Award for Cost Savings Innovation from the Federal Highway Administration. While it doesn't look so scary, it is about the last place I would want to be during a Florida hurricane. Deception Pass Bridge, Washington State. This foggy bridge, which is 180 feet above the water, would definitely be terrifying to walk across. The two bridges connect Whidbey Island and Fidalgo Island. Prior to the formation of the two bridges, the only way to reach the islands was by ferry. In the early 1900s, locals had to travel with their horse and buggy using an unscheduled ferry to cross from Fidalgo Island to Whidbey Island. In order to call the ferry, they would bang a saw with a drumstick and then sit and wait for the ferry to arrive. The bridge is one of the scenic wonders of the Pacific Northwest. I hope that ferry ride is still available because I'm not sure I would want to take the bridge. Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, Louisiana. This is the longest and one of the scariest bridges in the world. It sits only 16 feet above the choppy waters of the Pontchartrain Causeway below. The longer of the two bridges stretches 23.83 miles long. It has held the record as the longest bridge over water in the world since 1969. Its construction greatly assisted the economy of surrounding small North Shore communities by reducing drive time into New Orleans by up to 50 minutes. The communities now have much better access to the metropolitan city. Canopy Walk, Ghana. Suspended 40 feet in the air, this bridge will put a nice twist on your typical rainforest walk. It's a nice, but scary, way to get up close with nature, with the trees, monkeys and birds. The bridge is located in the tropical jungle of Kukum National Park, but the bridge was actually constructed by a few Canadians. It was designed in an appealing way in order to bring more tourism to the park. The walk consists of 7 separate bridges that hang 130 feet above the ground. Don't worry, while the bridges look to be of the traditional rope bridges, they are actually very sturdy and made from rope, aluminum, wooden planks, and equipped with safety netting. Langkawi Sky Bridge, Malaysia. This bridge is 400 feet above the ground and has been closed several times for maintenance purposes. Its reopening was delayed several times, but it is now open for use. Although I still find it freaky that the bridge was closed for 2 years. Apparently, as was the rumor in Langkawi, the bridge can potentially collapse. Mount Titlis, Switzerland. How would you feel to walk across a bridge at 3,238 meters above sea level with a backdrop of the Swiss Alps? Terrified. Well, that sounds about right. The Titlis Cliff Walk, which is the highest elevation suspension bridge in Europe, opened in December 2012, giving views across the Alps. Luckily, the bridge is super safe and tons of skiers and visitors cross the bridge every year. Vitim River Bridge, Russia. This bridge looks pretty sketchy. The bridge is an old train bridge which crosses the Vitim River. There aren't any barriers and many of its rotting wooden planks are missing. To make matters worse, the structure is often slippery due to ice in the area, leaving drivers to dangerously navigate this narrow 6-foot wide path at their own risk. Not many people have crossed this rattly bridge with success, but many daredevils flock to Siberia every year to try. Puente de Aguila, Mexico. Once used by the mining town below, the bridge today is for pedestrians only as it is far too much of a risk for a car to pass over it. It was completed in 1898 and restored as a tourist attraction in 1991. Tourists flock here because of its reputation as being one of the most dangerous roads in the world. Quepos Bridge, Costa Rica. Also known as the Bridge of Death, or Oh My God Bridge, this bridge is one to be crossed at your own risk. The bridge was constructed by the Banana Company from 1930 to 1940 for the train that moved bananas to the port of Quepos. While it doesn't look like it could even support the weight of a car, trucks actually cross it on a daily basis and somehow they survive. The bridge is extremely narrow and allows cars to travel only in one direction. The planks don't run across the entire bridge and clank loudly under the weight of vehicles. We think it's time for some renovation. Sunshine Skyway Bridge, Florida. The Bob Graham Sunshine Skyway Bridge, known by locals as the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, crosses Tampa Bay with a total length of 21,877 feet. The original bridge was destroyed in 1980 after a massive ship ran into a pier and killed 35 people. This newer bridge was built in 1987. Sadly, more than 200 people have used the bridge to take their lives here. Share on Facebook. Ishima-Ohashi Bridge, Japan. Are you a fan of roller coasters? Then you might enjoy this Japanese bridge. While it isn't as steep as it looks with a gradient of 6.1% and a height of 144 feet, I still wouldn't want to drive up or down that thing. The bridge was built from 1997 to 2004. It is the largest rigid-frame bridge in Japan and the third largest in the world. The Bridge of Immortals, Huangshan, China. If you're afraid of heights, then this bridge is one you'll want to avoid. Situated in Huangshan, also known as Yellow Mountain, in eastern China, the bridge is situated between two giant granite peaks that scream for daredevils to cross its path. It has spectacular views of the mountains. We imagine that the way to the bridge is perhaps even scarier. The Yellow Mountain is an adventure tourist's dream destination for the experience of a lifetime. Montenegro Rainforest, Costa Rica. This is a serene and beautiful walk amongst the trees in one of the world's most eclectic rainforests. The hanging bridges bring visitors up close and personal with the Costa Rican rainforest. But don't let the beautiful landscape distract you from looking down. There are missing planks in the bridge, so be cautious and watch your every step. Yubin Bridge, Myanmar. While this bridge looks like it's undergoing renovation, this is actually how the bridge always appears. The bridge crosses the Tongtamin Lake in Myanmar. It is 1.2 kilometers long and was constructed in 1850. It is believed to be the oldest teakwood bridge in the world. It has become a tourist attraction due to the way in which its pillars just straight out of the water at over 1 kilometer in length. Due to the heavy traffic from locals and tourists, souvenir sellers use the bridge as an opportunity to sell their souvenirs. Storsundet Bridge, Norway. With a backdrop of the mountains behind it, this road is spectacular yet also a bit nauseating. The bridge has been described as the road to nowhere. It is one of the country's official national tourist routes. So, if you're a fan of the stomach drop feeling on roller coasters, you will probably enjoy this bridge. Carrick Reed Rope Bridge, Northern Ireland. Some people who cross this 66-foot-long bridge to see the beautiful island on the other side are so frightened by its position 30 meters above rugged rocks and water that they choose to ride a ferry on the way back instead. We don't blame them. The bridge also has a crossing toll. Apparently, paying to be scared is a thing in Ireland. Situ River Bridge, China. The current reigning champ of the highest bridge in the world is the Situ River Bridge in China. This steel bridge, which was built in 2009 for $100 million, hangs nauseating 1,600 feet above the canyon floor and 5,000 feet across the river valley. The bridge was part of China's ongoing highway expansion project and connects two separate parts of the country that were formerly inaccessible due to mountainous terrain and several rivers. The views of the valley down below are truly staggering. Fortunately, they say it is one of the sturdiest bridges ever built. We just hope they are right. Mekong River Crossing, China. The Mekong River is a massive river which stretches across 6 different countries in Southeast Asia: China, Burma, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. The river water's condition can fluctuate from calm to raging rapids. This picture features a man walking across wires over extremely choppy waters. We hope that he's an expert slackliner, because if not, he's in deep waters, literally. Millau Viaduct, France. The Millau Viaduct is recognized as the tallest bridge in the world and the largest cable-stayed bridge in Europe. It stands a whopping 1,125 feet above its base. It crosses the Gorge Valley of southern France. It stretches over 8,000 feet long and 105 feet wide. Its construction began in 2001 and was finished in 2004. Due to potential winds of up to 151 kilometers per hour, side screens were installed to reduce the effects of the wind by 50%. In 2006, it won the Outstanding Structure Award from the International Association for Bridge and Structural Engineering. Ikazurabashi Bridge, Japan. You can see everyone in this picture holding on for dear life to the Ikazurabashi Vine Bridge of the Ii Valley, which dates all the way back to the 12th century. It sits high above the Iigawa River in Tokushima, Japan. It is made of wooden planks and connected with mountain vines. While historically this bridge is very significant, maybe the safety and modernization and renovations need to be considered. Cross the bridge at your own risk, just be sure to hold on tight. Mystery Bridge, Indonesia. We are not sure why anybody is even crossing this bridge at all. Can it even still be called a bridge? It's hanging in its side and barely in one piece anymore? This bridge can be compared to an Indo-board, which is a device used by surfers and skateboarders in order to develop balance. They balance a wheel-less board on a foam cylinder without touching the floor. In comparison, a professional Indo-boarder wouldn't get very far on this bridge in Indonesia. These school children surely don't seem to be bothered by it. Trift Bridge, Switzerland. This bridge's beauty is apparent to all, those afraid of heights and not. It suspends 558 feet over the glaciers of Switzerland, and 328 feet above the sea level. It is located near the town of Gadmen in the Swiss Alps. The bridge was built in 2004, but had a problem upholding very windy conditions. Fortunately, they decided to add stabilizing cables in 2009 to ensure safer conditions to those daring enough to cross the bridge on foot. Hanging Bridge of Gasa, Nepal. Like many crossings in Nepal, the Hanging Bridge of Gasa is used by both humans and animals alike. The bridge has been used for decades, despite its questionability under rainy and windy conditions. On a daily basis, donkeys and cattle travel across the bridge hanging very high about the river valley. The river fortunately has high side rails which protect those who are brave enough to travel across. Ubin Bridge, Burma. Stretching over the Tongtaman Lake, for about 3/4 of a mile, the Ubin Bridge was built in 1850. It is made from a hardwood found in the tropics called teak. The bridge is very dangerous as there are no side rails and nothing to hold on to as you walk, or crawl from fear, across. Not only do you have to worry about falling, but the bridge has also become a crime hotspot in recent years. There are now policemen guarding the bridge as protection for tourists and passerbys.